reframing things my entire life, and I truly believe that is why I'm so successful and have such a great perspective on life. I've been through a lot of traumatic experiences, as a lot of people have, as we all really have, but I've been able to reframe them. And what do I mean by reframe them? Think about the act of gratitude, right? We are talking about basically finding things to be grateful for. And if you don't know me, I'm Coach Cofia. I help women heal, thrive, and become mentally fit. I do have a masterclass coming up giving you strategies on how to become mentally fit on November 19th. Definitely check out bit.ly/I am thriving and get a seat in the room. We're talking about gratitude and we're talking about reframing. And this is super important because if you want to be a person who achieves your goals, that could be a goal of losing weight, that could be a goal of getting healed, that could be a goal of having good relationships with your children, making a lot of money, living fulfilled, living your purpose. Like, all of these things are great and noble in and of themselves. However, the mindset that is required to achieve your goals, you're going to have to get really good at reframing. So what is reframing? If you think about gratitude, the act of being grateful reframes what is. What do I mean? When you start to practice looking for, because our minds are literally designed to find the negative. We have the society we live in, TV, media, our school centers, everything is designed to look at the negative. It's easy for us to do, figure out the threat, demolish it. However, it takes more intention to look for the positive and to look for things to be grateful for. So think about your daughter or your son comes home from school and you ask them, how was your day? And they say, oh, it was all right. Or, well, if you are like me, you begin to ask them a little bit more questions around, what made you smile today? Or, why was it just all right? And you get a little bit more information. And the purpose for me of that is to show them how to reframe and to find things that they're grateful for. Reframing does not mean that you change the situation or the circumstance, but it does highlight the fact that there are multiple scenarios or multiple ways to look at something. Myron Golden often talks about how you can be at an intersection and there could be an accident, but depending on where you sit, you might see certain parts. Well, that is true of everything in life. No matter, and in this situation, we could be talking about our day. So no matter where in our day you look, you could have a different viewpoint. Well, if you train your eye to focus on the positive, you will get good at reframing. You will get good at seeing the positive and drawing into that, and you will begin to see more of it. When I bought my car a few years ago, I started to see them everywhere. But before that, I hadn't. And it's basically how our brain works. It's called the reticular activating system. And it says, whatever I focus on, whatever is in my that is the thing that I'm going to see more of. My mind is going to find evidence of that thing. Well, when you begin to do that, as it relates to finding things to be grateful for, finding little things to be appreciative of, I'm thankful that I'm alive and I'm well and that I'm healthy and that I'm able to use my limbs, right? Sometimes it's real basic. Like, I'm glad I can breathe on my own without a machine. Like, I'm glad that I can see out of my eyes. I am glad that I can smell and I can touch. When you find things to be grateful for, you begin to see more ways to be grateful, and thus shift your mood and thus reframe your circumstance to be able to see everything, as my favorite scripture in Romans 8:28, that everything works for my good. Everything. And so I encourage you to really hone in on reframing the circumstances to show that it's working for you. No matter what happens. My mom has been diagnosed with cancer. It's reframed for my good. I'm doing this parenting thing on my own. It's reframed for my good. Sometimes I'm trying to make ends meet. I'm reframing it for my good, right? Relationships fall out. I'm reframing it for my good. Everything, find ways to look at a different perspective that you wouldn't naturally look at, and you'll get better at it, and you'll begin to experience a better quality of life. Definitely hit the like button so it pushes us out to more people. Let me know in the comments below, have you heard of the concept of reframing? And then definitely let me know by putting an emoji in the chat. Put an emoji, anyone that you choose, in the chat to let me know that you're going to start to practice gratitude. And because of these reasons, right? Because it's going to help you learn how to build the skill of reframing. It's going to help you achieve your goals. It's going to help you be able to see a vision for your life and work towards that by looking at the present situation as working for you versus working against you. All right, y'all. Y'all go be great by mastering what's on your plate. And remember, we are all better together. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. We'll talk soon.